This week in Jamaica Now, it won't be long. Appeal court says Vybz Kartel ruling far advanced. Tesha Miller found guilty in relation to the 2008 murder of JUTC chairman Douglas Chambers. Biker killed in fatal crash after being kicked from his motorcycle in an incident of road rage. Police inspector who tipped off a gangster resigns following failed sting operation. We'll have the latest. And United States government sued over requirements for visa applicants to declare social media handles. I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. The Court of Appeal has indicated to the lawyers representing murder convict Vybz Kartel that it is in an advanced stage of delivering a judgment. In 2014, Kartel, along with co-accused Sean Campbell, Kyra Jones, and Andre St. John, were found guilty of the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. They were all given mandatory life sentences, but Kartel was ordered to serve 35 years before being eligible for parole. Campbell, Jones, and St. John were ordered to each serve 25 years before they become eligible for parole. In 2017, Kartel and his co-accused appealed the verdict and sentencing. Reputed Spanish Town gangster Tesha Miller remains behind bars pending sentencing in relation to the 2008 murder of JUTC chairman Douglas Chambers. On Tuesday, Miller was found guilty for accessory to murder before and after the fact. During the trial, Miller had denied the allegation. However, the prosecution's key witness testified that Miller was involved in the murder. The witness is a convict serving time for another crime. In the meantime, Miller's mother, Sharon James, said that the conviction was unfairly done. And Chambers' sister, Trisha Forrester, says the family is grateful and relieved to see justice almost served in the senseless murder of her brother. She said justice will be fully served when the persons who contracted the killers are identified, arrested, charged, and tried. Corporate area police detectives are following clues to hunt down a biker who, in a fit of road rage, kicked another from his bike on Upper Waterloo Road in St. Andrew on Wednesday, killing him. Eyewitnesses say the deceased, 51-year-old Fitzroy Grant, had an altercation with another motorcyclist in the vicinity of Megamart on Waterloo Road. The witnesses said Grant pleaded for mercy from his attacker after acknowledging his wrong in impeding him. But according to the witnesses, Grant tried to apologize to his attacker, who made advances at him and, during his bid to outride the now chaser, was kicked off balance and crashed. The death scene was less than 1 kilometer from the point of the initial confrontation. Still in Kingston, there was grief at the Vaz Preparatory School this week as news hit home that 48-year-old teacher Shamila Russell Craig was among 3 members of a family shot dead by gunmen in Portmore during a home invasion on Sunday night. 74-year-old Pamela Russell and 21-year-old Romario Craig were the other victims. Russell Craig had been teaching at the Vaz Prep School for the past 3 years. Principal Carleen Bisnott said she was a caring and responsible individual. And Vice Principal Yvonne Box was brought to tears as she remembered the teacher. She said Mrs. Russell Craig was always early and constantly wore a bright smile. Staff and students have been getting grief counseling. The police hierarchy says it expects to lay charges following a probe involving a resigned police inspector accused of tipping off a gangster who was under investigation. This week, the Sunday Gleaner reported that the senior cop had been allowed to quietly resign after a failed sting operation aimed at catching him collecting marked notes from the gangster. However, in a statement this week, the police said the case is still the subject of an ongoing high-level transnational investigation relating to several sensitive matters. It also said investigators are being guided by the rule of law and advice from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. The police also said not everything that has been placed in the public domain reflects the facts of the case. The United States government has been sued by 2 organizations of documentary filmmakers challenging new rules requiring visa applicants to register their social media handles. In May this year, the U.S. State Department demanded that American visa applicants must list their social media handles from the past 5 years. The 2 organizations that brought the lawsuit, Doc Society and the International Documentary Association, did so because their members regularly collaborate with non-U.S. filmmakers and other partners, inviting them to the U.S. to talk about their films and screen their works. But they say the new regulations are making some members unwilling to travel to the U.S. out of concern their information will be collected and mishandled. Some are also scared to speak publicly for fear that their information will be collected and misused. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, the police have arrested and charged 4 men who were part of a group that robbed a female of a cell phone, then punched her in the face on Deanery Road in St. Andrew. Here's what happened after they were accosted by the police, who observed what had happened.
Yeah, man, a big man, them to go work, man, a thief people phone, man. And the schoolers phone to a thumb schoolers in them face, and I take people phone.
Then do it downtown and take away little boy money.
Yeah.
Then you say little boy cousin across the road. And when the whole of them run, one left back, and the whole of one they see. Yeah, man. Kill it. And his face more see, man. Now go hold up there.
But the boy, them man, strong boy, them can't go do all construction work and make them money. Them man thump little pitney in them face and I take with them phone. How wicked boy them here, man. You see how wicked boy them here? The boy look like he have a gun this one. Look, you see my search? Watch it. Officer, watch yourself. Officer, watch yourself. See how man a finger sitting there. Watch yourself, officer. Look like you have got search them, you know. Wanna search them. Search them, cause look like something I go around them. Search them, officer. Search them. Cause look like something I go on. Search them. Wanna search them. Search them, cause something I go on. Search them. Move on this, no move, no move, no move. Yeah, no move. As the police excited, no move.